24 News Morning Edition on this November 30th, the end of November. We're heading towards 2016, which is a perfect time to be flanked by two men in the studio. In this age of sexual harassment, I'm putting myself in so much danger. But that said, one of them being Shai Ringel, good morning.
Good morning.
Jonathan Regev, the other one, gracing us with his presence.
No comment. I don't know what I can say and what I can't.
I don't think you've been in the studio sitting right next to me for a while.
For a while. Long while.
And that's why we're going to make you wait. Shai. Shai Ringel with the New Order t-shirt and anything you need to know in the digital world.
Okay, let's talk about biogas.
Please. And very, very important, biogas, I'm thinking on the climate change type.
Yeah, exactly. And an Israeli startup called Home Biogas wants to bring the revolution of biogas to everyone's homes. We have their video.
Report about it? Let's take a look and then figure out if it's going to work. Let's take a look.
Home Biogas is the first family-sized, user-friendly, affordable biogas system. It is the change, and you can put it in your backyard. Home Biogas comes in an easy-to-assemble kit, and its use is as simple as can be. Just throw in your organic waste, and there you go. A hot stove ready for cooking, a cycle of in-house energy, and it runs with no electricity. Your leftovers provide you 2 to 3 hours of energy a day. Any kitchen leftovers, including meat and dairy, work, even your pet's litter. Just toss it all inside Home Biogas, and the bacteria in the digester will decompose the organic material and release biogas. As a byproduct of the digestion, Home Biogas even generates an incredible plant fertilizer. It's the kind you pay a large sum for in garden stores. In this manner, Home Biogas creates an eco-cycle. Waste turns into gas and fertilizer. Fertilizer is used to grow food, and gas to cook it. Leftovers are more waste.
This is firstly the mother of all recycling.
Yeah.
The mother of all recycling, and it's permaculture, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And the idea is very simple. That company wants to bring everyone a machine like that. You can put all your food and it will produce up to 3 hours of gas daily.
3 hours of gas?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just figuring in my head, what can I cook in 3 hours? Okay, 3 hours of gas daily. It would all, I mean, how much, well, how much do you have to produce?
Yeah, you have to produce 15 liters. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to produce quite a lot, so you still need
I'm thinking this is not for single people. Okay.
Yeah, but for families and for people who have homes, even if you have an apartment, you can actually take the biogas with you to another place. It's not something that is
in the apartment. It's actually a movable, recyclable.
Exactly. It's a great idea. They started an Indiegogo project now, so if you want, you can buy it for $945, which is not a lot if you think the retailer price will be $1,500.
Okay, and essentially you save that way also.
Yeah,
you save on gas, you save on various things. So it's $1,000.
Yeah, it's an interesting product because it was developed by a couple of NGOs in Israel. And it's very green. They say it works. I want to try it myself.
I was about to say.
So we hope they'll come and do an interview in the Tube in the next week.
Okay.
And we'll be able,
come.
able to hear, because it's a project that a lot of people are talking about and making a lot of noise in the world.
And I'm wondering, because I mean, you do not have children, but Jonathan Regev does.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm contemplating in buying one of those things myself.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think because you have to produce an amount of garbage, right? And I think we can, between us, with children, produce a mass amount of garbage. Is true. So this is okay. That's coming up. Yeah. Now, in the climate, I'm just wondering out loud, I don't know if you know this, in the climate conference that's taking place in Paris, are things like that even on the table, in the global arena? Because permaculture, as I know it, is the work of hippies. Yeah. And lovely hippies, but it's the work of hippies.
Yeah, the hippies have been talking about biogas for years now, and now mainstream is coming to understand this idea. And a project like Home Biogas can change the way we think, but leaders still don't think about home solutions. They are thinking about
more global, more
Yeah.
mass solutions, or those things like that complemented by global solutions is what is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you save money, people will buy.
People will listen.
Exactly.
People-
If you that's what happened to electric cars. Once everybody understood that they'll be saving money here,
Yeah.
people started to listen and become greener.
And become greener.
Yeah.
Okay, moving along.
Okay, let's talk about a robot that says no.
We must.
Yeah.
That's not my husband. Okay.
Researchers at Tufts University are working on a robot that can be disobedient. That can.
Why do we need that?
Why do we need that? That's a great question. We understand why we don't need that because we don't want anyhow.
I'm thinking, Return of the Machines,
Yeah.
Terminator 3. Yeah.
And especially you think about HAL from 2001.
Exactly.
That says,
Odyssey.
I'm sorry, I cannot do that. But it is very important for a robot to understand its environment and sometimes be able to analyze his commands and know that they are dangerous. We have a clip from the research. Let's take a look.
Sit down.
Okay.
Stand up.
Okay.
Walk forward.
Sorry, I cannot do that as there is no support ahead.
Walk forward.
But it is unsafe.
I will catch you.
Okay.
Walk forward.
Okay. Ouch.
Oh, no, the heartwarming moment there. First of all,
Yeah.
it's a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
But no. Okay. But this
But
is for...
This is a big step. This is a big step because robots and artificial intelligence need to understand and analyze its environment and know what to do and what not to do. We know.
Is it just analyzing? Sorry, I'm going to stop you and ask. Is it just analyzing, or is it opening the door to robots also having, let me simplify this, an opinion?
Yeah. Robots need to have an opinion if they're going to do the very complicated things we intend them to do in the future. Let's say robots are going to drive us because driverless cars are the future.
Right.
We can't avoid it. Now, if a robot will see that it can, if there's something on the road that he'll need to think if he kills it or you, he'll have to do compromises and he'll have to understand the value of human life and he'll have to make the right decision. We cannot.
But how can you make the right decision without having a conscience? Also, I mean,
That's a big question in the philosophy of technology, and this is something that is now a huge field in the robotic learning field, that people are trying to understand what kind of philosophy, what kind of conscience you are giving a robot.
You can
And this,
basically
what we
mechanize.
just saw, is the very beginning because now robots can understand simple things like, I cannot do that because it will put me in harm.
Or I will culminate this and say that if you have a world leader who's slightly insane and he asks the robot down the line, press the red button, you want the
Yeah.
robot to say, that makes no sense.
Exactly.
Okay. No, perfect. Shai Ringel, all of that and those fascinating ideas before the machines take over on the Tube, the show on I-24 News. But this is a time to move to the player, the man who's so elusive and